Hey guys, and welcome back to part 3 of this month's episode of Gunpla News. This is going to be episode 13 for December 2015. In this part, we're going to talk about the updates and for kit and figures. Let's get right into it because there's a lot of them. First thing is the Gundam Fixed Figuration Metal Composite Unicorn 03 Phoenix out in April for 22,000 yen. Very, very expensive. Like all of the fixed figuration metal composite kits, especially the Unicorn series ones. Very expensive. This one looks really nice, again, but very, very expensive. The next one is, let's talk about some metal build stuff. The metal build Gundam Astray Red Frame out in March for 18,000 yen. Quite expensive. Then the metal build Gundam Astray Blue Frame. Again, I still have not seen any information about the price or release date about these yet, about this one. The red frame is out in March. The blue frame, we can assume maybe shortly after that, but either I missed it or I haven't seen any updates about that yet. So next thing is the metal build metal build Destiny Gundam Wing of Light effect set. This one also no price or release date for this one yet, but at the same time of releasing the Wing of Light effect set, they're also going to be re-releasing the Metal Build Destiny Gundam. So if you didn't get that before, you'll have a chance to get that as well as the Wing of Light set. I don't think they're going to be selling those together, but those will be coming out at the same time. Anyway, sometime in the spring, we can assume. Then is the Metal Build Strike Freedom Wing of Light effect set. This one is out in June for 7,000 yen, so quite a bit less. That's like more than 6 months later, 7 months from now. And quite expensive, 7,000 yen for just an effects part set, but I don't know. If you spend as much money as you did to buy just the figure, then maybe 7,000 more for an effects part set is maybe not that much for you, but I don't know, it's quite a bit, considering that that's like the same list price as a master grade new Verka. Doesn't really seem logical in my mind, but some people are going to buy that, I'm sure. Next one is the Metal Build Flight Unit option set for Astray Red Frame out in March for 5,500 yen. So coming out the same month as the Astray Red Frame, you can spend 5,500 yen to get this nice flight unit, as well as it comes with its own stand as well, which is kind of cool. Next, we're going to have there are some other Metal Build Gundam Astray parts sets being previewed that we saw before, but we don't have any information for prices or release dates for these yet. But they are the giant sword for the blue frame, the super giant katana handle for the red frame, just like a katana of a blade there. Then the powered arms unit, as well as the salvage unit. So pretty interesting. I don't know if or when those will actually ever be coming out, but we did get previews of those before, but no news about those yet. Then there's also the Metal Build Gundam Astray Type F. Metal Build Gundam Astrea, not Astray. Astrea Type F. No price or release date set for this one either, but looks really cool. I'm a big fan of that design, but I'm sure I'm not going to want to drop the money to buy a metal build of it. I'll just stick with the kits. Alright, then moving into some Robot Spirit stuff, and there's quite a lot of it. The Robot Spirits XK Signature Kasi Gundam Missile Pod Equipment Marking Plus version out in February for 16,200 yen. There's that, as well as the Robot Spirits XK Signature Gundam Mark II AUG version. No price or release date set for this yet, but looks like a really nice figure. Then we had the Seed Destiny preview display there of the Robot Spirits Gundam Seed Destiny kits. Or not kits, figures I should say. No information about the price or release dates for these either, but they are the Veritabuster, the Blue Duel, the Gun Barrel Strike, the Blast Impulse, the Bukyu Hound, the Gunner Zaku Warrior Lunamaria Hawk version, and the Sword Calamity Gundam. So pretty cool. So I'm sure there's a lot of people out there wishing for some master grades of those kits, but who knows if or when that's going to happen. Then there's the Robot Spirits anime line that they're starting. Anime is standing for Action, New Imagination, Memory, Emotion. totally ridiculous name. But the first one is going to be the RX-78-2 Gundam, of course, version anime, out in February for 5,000 yen. Again, they look really awesome. They look like really awesome figures, to be sure, and they have really cool effect parts as well, which is really nice. Next one is the Robot Spirits Char's Zaku 2 version anime, out in March, the next month, for 5,500 yen. Then after that is going to be the Robot Spirits Zaku 2 version anime, just the standard Zaku version anime. No price or release date for that one. Following that will be the Robot Spirits Dom version anime, out after that for a to-be-announced price and release date. So those all look really cool. Then into some more Robot Spirits stuff is the Robot Spirits Barzam Custom. Again, no price or release date for these. Just from now on, no price or release date set for these yet. So just bear with me for a moment. The Barzam Custom, followed by the Robot Spirits Methus Custom, followed by the Robot Spirits XK Signature DJ. The three of those together would make a really awesome set, as well as this one too, the Robot Spirits Full Armor Gundam Mark II AUG version. Really awesome looking figure there. Wish we would get a kit form of that. Would be cool. And then this one we do have a price and release date set for is the Robot Spirits Gundam Barbatos, out in April for 5,800 yen. Looks very cool. This one, at first it was shown as the Barbatos first form and Barbatos second form, and now we're seeing this one as the fourth forms. And so I'm guessing what this is going to be is just a kit that's going to include parts for forms 1 through 4. Is what I can guess at this point, for 5,800 yen, and because the Gundam itself is pretty simple, so 5,800 yen is a pretty standard price, but that's usually for mobile suits that have more in terms of weapons or backpacks or something. This is really simple, so I think it's not a stretch to imagine that they're including the different shoulder armor parts, different arm for the gauntlet arm, and that's all they really have to do. And then it's going to be including the sword and the mace, and then the long cannon, I believe, as well for that one. I think so. I could be wrong. But yeah, that's that. So then let's back to just let me rattle off some other ones that we had announced, and we haven't really had any news about these at all. Kind of honestly tired of talking about them, but I'll just go through them quickly. The Robot Spirits G-Self Space Pack, the Robot Spirits G-Self Tricky Pack, the Robot Spirits G-Self Assault Pack, the Robot Spirits G-Self Torque Pack, the Robot Spirits Gundam Spiegel, the Robot Spirits Neo Zeong, the Robot Spirits Jagan Echoes Type, the Robot Spirits Strike Rouge, the Robot Spirits Mobius Zero, the Robot Spirits Rick Diaz, and then the Robot Spirits Strike Noir. The Strike Noir, we do know the release date and price is January for 6,500 yen. The Rick DS as well. The release date was listed as December, but it's now December, and I still have not seen a release price for that, or if the release date is in fact going to be this month or it's moved back later. I didn't see, so I don't know what really is going on with that. But anyway, the Rick DS I think should be coming out soon, but I don't know. Then there's some Tamashii Web Shop exclusives. The first one, the Tamashii Web Shop exclusive, Robot Spirits Strike Rouge Sky of Kira, out in February for 7,500 yen. And the Tamashii Web Shop exclusive Robot Spirits Providence Gundam, out in January for 10,000 yen. Then the Tamashii Web Shop exclusive SDEXAS Superior Dragon Gundam, out this month in December for 12,000 yen. Very expensive. Then last one is the Tamashii Web Shop exclusive God Gundam Hyper Mode, out in December this month for 6,400 yen. That's one actually, like I've said many times now, that one actually I like quite a bit. It looks really cool. Then moving on to some Armor Girls project, MS Girl. First one being the Gundam Mark II, out this month in December for 11,000 yen. Now this one, of course, has the parts to make it the Gundam Mark II. It has parts to make the Super Gundam kind of backpack as well. Also includes parts to make it into a Barzam type, so really cool set, but quite expensive, of course. Then, if you wanted to add a little bit more to that, Bandai is also going to be producing a Armor Girls Project MS Girl Gundam Mark II Titans version option set. That's right, you can get an option set to add to your set. I haven't seen the price or release date announced for this one yet, but as far as I could tell from the images, it's basically just some different faces and hair for the figures. So basically, like, no parts to change the actual like mobile suit part of it, but to change the girl part of it. Of course, that's what's important, right? And to be honest, the set comes with so many different options for the mobile suit part that I think you really didn't need any more option parts for that. So, and then next one after that is the Armor Girls Project MS Girl Banshee Awakening version. This one looks like a really cool set as well. But again, I'm sure the price is going to be quite high. As of this moment, we don't have a price set for that yet or a release date, but we should have more about that probably pretty soon. Then the MegaHouse 1144 scale white base catapult deck. Now again, this was something, it was first announced as a MegaHouse set. Later I saw it listed as a P Bandai set. I'm just going to continue to say that it's a MegaHouse set because that's what I saw it listed as originally. This one is out in January for 9,800 yen. It looks like a really cool setup, but quite expensive. But if you want that for like some sort of specific diorama you have in mind, it's going to be pretty nice. It'll save you a lot of time scratch building all that. That's for sure. And then next after that is the MegaHouse Cosmo Fleet Special Zeon Musai Custom Valkyrie General Dozle Use, the origin version. That is a ridiculously long name. Basically, it's the Zeon Musai that we see at the very beginning of Gundam the Origin Episode 1, captained by General Dozle. That's out in January as well for 5,800 yen. Now let's talk about a couple Assault Kingdom figures. The first one is the Assault Kingdom Psycho Gundam, out this month in December for 9,990 yen. Next one is the Assault Kingdom Full Armor Double Zeta Gundam, out in March for 3,200 yen. This one looks like a really cool set just because it's including quite a lot in there. It's the Double Zeta Gundam, and then it comes with the parts to make it into the Full Armor Double Zeta Gundam. Also has the Hyper Mega Cannon you can use with it, and also has the Mega Rider that you can use, which looks really stupid. I really would honestly consider just throwing that away if I got it, but not really. But I'm not interested in that at all. It is cool that it comes with the Hyper Mega Cannon. To be honest, it looks like the Hyper Mega Cannon is actually a little bit too small. It should be maybe actually a little bit larger, I think, just from what we can see in the pictures anyway. Looks like a really cool set, though. I would probably want to paint it. I much prefer the Sentinel colors. I don't know. Maybe we'll see like a P Bandai version of that in Sentinel colors. Would be cool, but I don't really expect that to happen. You could always paint the figure, of course. I've never tried painting an Assault Kingdom figure, but I'm sure obviously you could do it if you wanted. So anyway, I don't know. I'd have to think about that. And then next, into some NXEDGE stuff, is the NXEDGE 00 Quant, out this month in December for 3,000 yen. Next is the NXEDGE Gundam Barbatos, out next month in January for 2,700 yen. And then after that is the NXEDGE Schwalbe-Grays, out in February, after that, for 2,700 yen. Then next is the NXEDGE Gundam Astray Blue Frame 2nd L, out in April for 3,000 yen. And then we had a couple of NXEDGE figures. So if you notice, like the 00 Quant is December, the next January is Barbatos, February is Schwalbe-Grays. March was nothing as far as I know. It could be the Grays, but as far as I know, I haven't seen any information about that. And then April is the Astray Blue Frame 2nd L. So we're obviously missing something there for March. It could be one of these. We've seen prototypes for these NXEDGE figures, the Grays, the Hyakuren Amida Custom. So those, we don't know when exactly those will be coming out, but those have also been shown. The other Astray NXEDGE figures have also been shown as well. The Astray Blue Frame, the gold frame and the gold frame Amatsu. Again, no information about prices or release dates for those, but those have just all been shown as prototypes, so we'll have to see what happens with those. Next, there's some premium Bandai Converge Core figures coming out. The first one being the Converge Core 00 Quant Full Saber, out in January for 1,800 yen. So it's kind of interesting that the NXEDGE 00 Quant is out in December. Then the P Bandai Converge Core 00 Quant is out in January, and then a couple months after that we'll have the RG out. So it's getting a lot of love recently, sort of similar to the Red Frame has been in past months with the RG and its NXEDGE figure and many other things coming out. Metal builds coming out soon as well. Another one is the P Bandai Converge Core Banshee Norn Destroy Mode, also out in January for 1,600 yen. Looks nice. And then also the P Bandai Converge Core Heavy Weapon System New Gundam, out again in January as well for 2,000 yen. The most expensive of the three, and I don't really quite understand why, because it doesn't look like it's that much more plastic than the other ones, but I don't know. Weird. Next is just the regular Converge EX07 GP03 Dendrobium. That's going to be out very soon, this month in December for 3,200 yen. Can't wait for that. Then also out this month is going to be the Converge Core Federation 3 body set for 2,500 yen, out this month in December. Then the Converge set number 1, out this month in December as well for 5,400 yen. Again, I'm guessing this is number 1 because it's the first one being sold as a set, not as individually packaged ones. I can assume, although like I said, I still don't really quite understand that. But it's coming with the new Gundam, the Sazabi, the GP04G, the Gerbera Tetra, the Mobile Worker MASH version, and the Mobile Worker Rambo Ral version in that. Next is the P Bandai Laplace Box Multi-Stand, out in January as well for 2,800 yen. Just a pencil and desk supplies stand shaped like Laplace's box from Gundam Unicorn. After that, Gashapon Senshi Dash Series Premium 02, out in February for 4,700 yen, including the Heavy Weapon System New Gundam, Crossbone X1, the Crossbone X1 Full Cloth, the Amakusa, the Yakadoga Kasparai use, and the Yakadoga Guinea Gus use. Cool Gashapon figures there. If I happen to be in Japan around that time, I'd love to get some, but I don't think that's going to happen. Also the Gashapon Senshi Dash 04, out this month in December, including the Barbatos, the Greys, the Zuda, the Hildorf, and then one more that has yet to be identified by me or anyone who commented in the last Gunpla News video where we talked about these. 300 yen each for those though. So yeah, if you're going to be in Japan sometime soon, you can pick up those or pay a lot more to get them online. Then next is the Iron-Blooded Orphans Character Stand Plate. The first two are coming out this month in December for 5,400 yen. That's of Olga and Mikazuki. And then we also had Image 1 teased for one more coming out, but we didn't have any price or release date except for that. It just said like planning or something like that, I think. So there is going to be more of those coming soon. And I am planning to get a couple of those to show you guys, so I'll be able to show you guys those sometime in the next month. Then there's a couple of P Bandai kits to talk about, more than a couple actually. The first one is the reissue of the P Bandai Balut Pack and the P Bandai Mega Bazooka Launcher. Those are just both to be used for the Master Grade Hyakushiki 2.0. Those are going to be coming out this month in December. Then there's also going to be the P Bandai Master Grade Amazing Exia out in December as well for 5,400 yen. Then there's the Premium Bandai Master Grade Hyakushiki Kai Mass Production Type, also out this month in December for 5,800 yen. Then following that, there's also going to be a reissue of the Premium Bandai Master Grade Astray Red Frame, out this month in December for 4,500 yen. And then the reissue of the Premium Bandai HGUC 144 Scale G Defensor and Flying Armor Set, out in January for 1,800 yen. I will be getting that one because, as I mentioned before, I want to use that for my Revive Gundam Mark II type AUG version. So I'm looking forward to that quite a bit. Then there's also the Bandai HG Prototype Goof Mobile Demonstration version, Ramba Ral version, out in January for 1,800 yen. The regular version was just released this past month. I've got that. I don't have it physically here yet. My friend in Japan has that for me. He should be sending that to me soon. So I'll show that to you guys as soon as I can. Anyway, the blue version for Ramba Ral will be coming out in January. Then we also have the HG Bandai HG Mobile Worker Ramba Ral version coming out shortly after that. I haven't seen the release date for that, but that one is also going to be 1,800 yen. The Premium Bandai RG Gundam Astray Blue Frame is going to be out this month in December for 2,800 yen. Again, looks cool. I'm glad that that's coming with the bazooka. Then the Bandai last one is the Bandai Master Grade V2 Gundam Verka Wing of Light Effect Part Set out in January next month for 2,000 yen. This is coming with a milky white clear action base, similar to the Master Grade effect part set for the Turn A Gundam that came with the Moonlight Butterfly effect parts and the action base, similar like that. This one is coming with the, of course, effect parts for the Wing of Light. It has two sets of effect parts, actually, one blue and one pink. So it's cool that you're getting two of those options for that. I think I would have preferred them to give just one option, maybe just the pink set, and make it like half the price, like 1,200 yen or something. Or even 1,000 yen, 1,000 yen, 1,200 yen would have been nice. Maybe two sets, a blue one and a pink one. You can choose which one you want and make the price cheaper. I think that would have been better, because if you buy that set and you have two Wings of Light, then you can use one on your kit, and what are you going to do with the other one? You have to either buy a second kit to use that one, or you just have it just lying around collecting dust, doing nothing. So I think it would have been better if they would have released two different sets. You know how Bandai loves splitting stuff up, then they can sell more and get more money, right? So don't really know why they did that, but anyway, whatever. So the Master Grade V2 Gundam Verka is going to be out this month for 4,500 yen. I'm looking forward to that, at least just to checking it out. I think it'll be a cool kit for sure. Also out this month in December is going to be the 1/100 scale Grays for 3,000 yen. Looks nice. The nice thing about this is that it's including parts to make the gauntlet arm for the 1/100 scale Barbatos. That's nice. We'll have to see if future kits do something like that, include parts for other kits in the series. We'll have to see. At this point, we don't know. Then also out this month, really looking forward to this, is the HG Gundam Barbatos Plus Long Range Booster. So this one is coming with a Barbatos Gundam, as well as this big, huge, add-on thing, the Long Range Booster here. Looks really cool. It's you can use it either with the Barbatos or the Grey's Kai. He's not coming with a Grey's Kai, so if you want this with a Grey's Kai, you need to buy that separately, apparently. It shows a couple different configurations here with the Barbatos, with these big long things like on its arms. With the Greys, it's got them attached like onto the front of the legs, it looks like, pointing down. I like the look of that much better. That one actually looks like really gives off an Advance of Zeta sort of look to it, which I really like, so I'm really looking forward to checking that out. Also out this month in December, very, very soon, probably around the time this video is released, this should be coming out within like a week, is the HG Hyakuren Amida Custom for 1,200 yen. I've just today I snapped up the regular Hyakuren. Nice kit, probably my least favorite in the line so far, but that's just me. Anyway, the Amida Custom is just going to have a new color scheme and one new rifle, that's it. Next is the HG Gundam Kimaris, also out in December for 1,200 yen. Again, looks really cool. Definitely looking forward to checking out that really huge long lance on that. Also with the HG Gundam Gushan, also out this month in December for 1,200 yen. Looking forward to that. Again, as I said in the past video, I'm more excited about the 1/100 scale version of that kit, but the HG should be pretty cool as well. Also out this month as well is the HG Manrodi for 1,000 yen. So a lot of Iron Blood Orphans kits stuff coming out this month. We've got the Barbatos and Long Range Booster, the Hakuren Amida Custom, the Gundam Kimaris, the Gushan, the Manrodi. That's 5 kits out in December. It's pretty crazy. A lot of stuff coming out from that line. Then next, some Revive kits. We've got the HGUC Revive Cubile out this month in December for 1,800 yen. The Cubile is a design that it's not for everyone, but for me, I think it looks like just a really nice quality kit. There's things about the Cubile that I like and that I don't like, but just the kit looks so good and so much better than the old HGUC version. So I'm just really looking forward to that. To be honest, it still doesn't look as good as the Model Comprehend kit, but just saying. The Bandai kit does look very good, and anyway, the price is right on that. Looks really cool. I love the individually articulated fingers on the hands. It just looks like a really, really nice set. Next is also going to be the HGUC Revive Goof out in January. I haven't seen the price for this, but I can assume that's going to be around 1,400 yen, something like that, probably pretty cheap. It looks like a really, really nice kit, though. This one as well, the nice clear orange part for the sword blade on that, it will be nice, and just the overall articulation on that should be really, really awesome, much, much better than the old kit for that one as well. So definitely a very welcome addition to the Revive line. Next, finally, this is the last time after I think I've probably talked about this in every episode 1 through 13. And finally, this is the last time I have to mention this, is the HG Hyper Beam Javelin coming out this month for 1,200 yen. This is going to be sold with the Gundam UC Bande Dessinée Volume 14 manga. This is actually a re-release. If you missed the Beam Javelin before, you can get this now in 1/100 scale if you buy it with this manga. So get that. Anyway, I'm so tired of talking about that. I'm glad I can now wipe it from the list. So last thing we need to talk about is, of course, the RG Wing Gundam EW version out in January for 2,700 yen. Looks cool. I'm assuming it's going to be using the same arm locking mechanism as the regular RG Wing Zero Custom. What was that? The Wing Zero EW version. That will be very helpful because one of the problems that the Master Grade had, of course, was just being able to hold up that extremely long rifle. Even the shield as well is quite large, especially with the energy canisters attached to it. Hopefully the RG fixes some of those problems and this kit is much more sturdy than the Master Grade version. But either way, it looks cool. I can't wait to get that. I really love the design of this. To me, to be honest though, it's more detailed than the Master Grade kind of in terms of surface detail. I prefer the look of the Master Grade, more or less detail on the surface. But that's just my own personal aesthetic choice. Anyway, that's it for all the updates on the kits and figures. Thank you guys for watching. I tried to get through that as fast as possible. The next part is talking about some third-party and resin stuff. There's very little of that, so we'll get through that pretty quickly, and then on to some really awesome featured kits in part 5. Thank you guys for watching again. I'll see you in part 4.